Straight drop. Lawrence throws on the money. Going to be well short of the marker. It is Marvin Jones. C.J. Gardner-Johnson came up to knock him out. 4th down.
This is a science experiment.
Off the play action. Lawrence from his end zone throwing, and it is caught. Laviska Shenault, one of the playmakers the Jaguars have on the outside.
I think he understands that. You know, when we talk with him, he's been aware of that and doing everything he can to understand it.
On 2nd and 10, Malcolm Jenkins, excellent play to break it up. 3rd down. Down the sideline, and Shenault could not get turned around. Bevel, the OC in Detroit the last couple seasons, was the interim after Matt Patricia was let go. Here's Shenault. Saints rush 4. Pocket starts to break down. And could not connect with Marvin Jones. Painted hash marks to the NFL dimensions for precision. I don't think people realize how big a deal the hash marks are from college to the pro gamers. Carlos Hyde.
Well, what I enjoy about Trevor Lawrence is, you know, what he told us, leadership is always earned. But when you get off the field, people got to like you to follow you, and I think he's taking the right approach.
Little tempo. Lawrence trying to go quick, and now rolling away from R.J. McIntosh, and he'll throw it away. 0 for 3 so far on 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 11. Here's some pressure by the Saints up the middle. It's picked up nicely, and it's caught. And it's Marvin Jones. There is a flag down.
They've got to be better.
Travis Etienne in the game. Some comfort level for Lawrence. Under pressure, got it away. Etienne could have gotten more out of that, except he slipped down, and Marcus Williams was ready to pounce. Gain of 3.
Tell me how I can help this young quarterback. And Joe said 2 things. You got to run the ball and get it out quick.
Lawrence steps up and throws and completes. Throws Marvin Jones open. First down of the night. They're across midfield.
That's a big bet that Urban Meyer is making, that they're going to improve.
Lawrence got it away. It's Marvin Jones for the 1st down, and the first 3rd down conversion of the night for the Jags.
And Trevor was close to getting hit once again.
Rolling, throwing across his body. Lawrence to the end zone, and it's knocked away. Wanted Phillip Dorsett, and Ken Crawley comes over and makes a very nice play.
This is not rocket science, that these people, they're trying to figure this thing out on the fly with a rookie quarterback.
Quick toss to Shenault, trying to get outside. Excellent job of tackling by C.J. Gardner-Johnson and that Saints defense. Lawrence will take off for the first time tonight, runs to the Saints 20. Some pressure by New Orleans. Lawrence back to the 35, fires, and nearly intercepted. Marcus Williams able to step in front. Pressure comes up the middle, slightly behind the intended target. Trevor just took his 25th snap of the night. Able to get it to Laquan Treadwell. Gardner-Johnson.
How many times he had to use the 2-minute drill in college to win a game, so valuable reps.
And they started with a 1st and 19.
When you think in the NFL, 7 out of 10 games are decided by the last drive of the game.
Saints rushing 4. Lawrence gets rid of it to Shenault. And he's to the 45-yard line. Lawrence completes on the run, and it's the big tight end, Luke Farrell. Steps and fires across the middle. Flag comes in. Tavon Austin caught it.
See, right there is an opportunity to get back in the huddle and call the play, knowing that the clock wasn't going to start.
Lawrence They'll sail that one out of bounds. Trevor had been 5 for 5 on this drive. Lawrence throwing for the end zone, not even close to Chenault. Saints only rushing 4. Lawrence in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Jalen Dalton, all 6'6", 300 of them. And that's the first sack for the Saints. Timeout.